Hey guys, it's Eileen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have the second part of my monthly favorites for you guys. This is the makeup portion, which is the one I'm the most excited about. I have a lot of good stuff here, and the majority of it's actually drugstore, and that makes me excited because I'm all about drugstore makeup. I'm all about finding those hidden gems in the drugstore and raving about them because they're absolutely amazing. So today I'm going to start off with primers, and I have two. I have one high-end and that I've rediscovered that I really love again, and it's just great stuff. It's the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer, and it's oil-free, and it's also it's a silicone texture, and it says on the back here, this non-drying formula also absorbs oil for up to 8 hours for flawlessly smooth and shine-free skin. Also, it eliminates the appearance of pores, which I have major pores right in here that are god-awful. And this is one of the only products I've found that actually fills those in and makes them look really nice. It's really nice. It's, like I said, it's a silicone texture. And it just, to me, it does a great job of filling in the pores. It's not too heavy. It's not too thick. And it does help control my oil quite a bit, which is surprising because I'm very oily in the summer. And it's almost August, and it's hot. hot for sure. And the next primer I have is a drugstore primer, and it's the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. This actually has tea tree oil in it and some other good stuff. I believe it has vitamin A and vitamin E in it as well. And this stuff is really nice. Now, the packaging is deceiving. I'm going to let you all know that right now. Because if you look at it, you think, oh, it's super full. No. This comes off, and this is nothing. And this comes off, and it's literally the smallest packaging. Look at that. But for $6, to me, it's worth it because it works really well. It's actually helped clear my skin up a little bit since it has the tea tree oil in it, and I'm very oily, as well as I'm prone to breakouts. And it's also got a silicone texture, so it helps smooth out the skin. And overall, it gives my skin an overall really nice appearance, and I can use it, I can use it on its own. I don't have to use foundation with this. It's a really good primer, just makes my skin look really nice when I have those no makeup days where I'm going to the pool or I'm going out, I just don't want to put makeup on, and that stuff is really nice. I highly recommend this. You can get this at Walmart, at Target. I believe CVS sells some of these, but I don't know if they sell this one. But this one's a really good one. Alrighty, moving on to foundations. I have two that I've been loving this month, and the one is the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream in the shade 510 Fair, and this says a BB cream for oily skin. This actually gives me more coverage than I thought a BB cream would. This is light to medium, and I could probably build up even more than that. This stuff is just really nice. It does keep me matte all day long. It's suitable for sensitive skin and doesn't clog pores. I agree with that. It does keep me matte for a pretty good while, and I really like it. The color range could be a little bit bigger. This one can run a little dark on me if I'm not careful. But if they had just one shade lighter and a few more shades darker for the darker skinned girls out there and women of color, I think this would be a really great stuff for really good stuff for a whole boatload of people. But CoverGirl, good job so far. I'm really impressed with this, and I really like this stuff. Highly recommend it. The next one is the Wet n Wild Coverall Cream Foundation. Now, I've been using this off and on for probably about 2-3 years now, and mine is in the shade 815 Fair. It's the lightest shade they have because I'm Casper. Let's be real. I'm really pale. It says, all day wear, medium to full coverage, lightweight satin finish, and the VisiBright Complex reduces the appearance of wrinkles and rejuvenates skin. Now, I can't necessarily speak for the last claim because I'm 21, I'm almost 22. I don't have those problems yet, and I've also been doing some anti-aging skincare on my own. But all day wear, yes. Medium to full coverage, yes. Lightweight satin matte finish, yes. This stuff's really nice. It does have a strong smell, that strong makeup-y, chemical-y smell, but it works, and it's really nice, and I really like it. it's got great coverage. And the shade range is actually not all that bad. It's got 6 or 7 shades in it, which isn't that big, but it covers a broad spectrum, I guess you could say. Like, me, who's really fair, can wear this, and someone who's medium tan can wear the darkest shade. They don't have for women of color, and I really think that they should expand on that, because this stuff is really good, and I think a lot of people would really like this, and it's $4 for 1 fluid ounce, and $4 for a foundation is great, and it's a great foundation. It's a great find. I get mine at Rite Aid because that's where I've always been able to find the fairest shade, but I know other places like CVS and a couple other places. Five Below actually sells this too, and it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Alrighty, on to concealer. I have two, and they're both from Maybelline. Maybelline's on their game with concealer. They are great. The first one is the Maybelline New York Fit Me Concealer, and mine's in the shade 15 Fair. This is a great concealer. I really love this. I need to sneeze. Bless me. This is a great concealer. It's got great coverage. It's really creamy and really easily blendable. And it doesn't look cakey when you put it on, especially if you layer it up, which I've done in the past, and I've put too much on at one point. And it didn't really look all that cakey. Now with powder, a little. But without any powder and just on its own, it doesn't look cakey at all. It's really creamy. It's really nice. I would recommend this over a lot of high-end concealers, like the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. I'd recommend this over. Now I love the Sephora one that's comparable to the Urban Decay Naked, but the wand on that thing sucks, but the concealer is great. So if you want something that's similar and creamy, I'd go with this one. I really like this one, and it's like $6 I think too. So it's some good stuff. The next one is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser. It says treatment concealer. Mine is in the shade Fair, as always. I like this because it does give a good amount of coverage. And even the Fair, it does highlight a little bit for me. Now the one in Brightener highlights the best just because it's meant for highlighting underneath the eyes. But that one doesn't provide as much coverage as this one does. And some people hate it, some people love it. I love the sponge applicator because I can load this up with product and it can disperse it without making it too heavy, which I really like. You just twist it like that and it comes up through the sponge. So that way you can just apply it right underneath the eyes. I'm almost out, so I gotta get a new one here soon. But this is some really good stuff, and I highly recommend it out for those who are on a budget. It's like $7 or $8, and it's some good stuff. Some good stuff. Alrighty, next is on to powders, and I have two. Both are loose powders. The first one is the NYC Smooth Skin Powder in Translucent. Now this is extremely comparable to the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I have used a sample of that and I really like it. But I can't justify buying it for the price that it's at when I can get this for $4. Now granted, this is a lot messier, as you can see. You can probably see like the cloud of powder, and like when I close it, like watch. It just like poof everywhere. But to me that's not that big of a deal. Just because I know it's $4 compared to like 37-ish, 40 something for the Laura Mercier. It does just as good a job. I use it to bake underneath my eyes. I set my concealer with it first, let that sit. I'll powder the rest of my face, and then I'll go in with this and bake underneath my eyes, so it gives it that brightening effect because it's translucent. So it will brighten underneath of my eyes and make them look really nice, and I really enjoy that product. Just give my face a spray down with some setting spray afterward, and there's no cakiness at all. The next one is the Coty Airspun Face Powder in Translucent Extra Coverage. This stuff is great. It does give you extra coverage. It makes your skin look super smooth, super flawless. Absolutely beautiful. Now this one also goes poof, everywhere. And another downside is this one smells like straight old ladies. Straight old ladies. Like I would go through my grandma's makeup when I was little and I'd smell this everywhere. I was like, oh, geez, old ladies for days. But the way it makes your skin look is just absolutely amazing. I saw Tati from Glam Life Guru talking about this, and I was like, I have to find this. And they sell where I get mine, they sell it at Walmart. They have this one, and they have a neutral one, and then like one other one that I forget what it was. I think it was like beige or something. Now, I haven't tried the neutral one yet, which I think might be good. But this one, the translucent extra coverage, great stuff. And it's $5 or $6 for this giant container. So both of these I highly recommend, and I highly say you guys go check them out. Now the next step of my routine that I do for my makeup, I'm just kind of doing it in the order I do my face, would be for contour and bronzer. So the first one I use is the Kat Von D Shade and Light. I have been loving this palette this month. I am obsessed with this shade, which is Subconscious. This is the one I use so much. Here, let me flip it around so you can see it better. This is the one I use every single day for contouring pretty much, unless I decide to switch it up with something else, but that's rarely do I ever. It's the perfect cool shade for me, considering I'm fair. And then I might mix in a little bit of this if I choose to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends on my mood. But this one is really, really nice. It just perfect shade for me since I'm so fair. It's the perfect shade. It always looks good. Even when I have a heavy hand, it looks good. And I really, really love this palette. I don't use these a whole lot up here just because they are a little too dark for me because I am so fair. Granted, I can set my under eye with this very lightly and it doesn't look bad at all. It looks pretty decent. I actually use these for putting them on my lid after I put on some sort of concealer or primer for eyeshadow, and that's what I use those for. And I will also use the middle shade for a bronzer on occasion because it's a little bit warmer and I like how it looks. This dark shade I don't actually use a whole lot, but I will use it as an eyeshadow sometimes because it looks really, really nice in your outer V and in your crease to deepen in your socket and give it a little bit more depth. It's really, really nice. But this is a great palette. I got this as a Christmas gift from one of my friends up at school. Thank her every day for it because it's absolutely beautiful and I love it, and it's great. It's so worth the buy. Highly recommend it. The next one is a bronzer I recently just discovered. It's, I think, $2 or $3, maybe $4. It is the Essence Sun Club Shimmering Bronzing Powder for lighter skin in the shade 30 Sun Loved. This is beautiful. I love this. It does have some shimmer to it. Let me see if I can swatch it. It does have some shimmer. And it is a little on the warmer side, as you can see, but first of all, it smells like coconuts, which smells delicious. And secondly, it's very smooth, and it's not super pigmented, which I like, because then I can't go too overboard with it and it look like I'm a freaking carrot. It's great. It's so great, and it's absolutely beautiful, and I just highly recommend this stuff. It's $4. Go to Ulta, pick it up. They have a darker one and a lighter one. This one's really, really pretty. And I love the cute little like lady on the side, little girl. It's really, really cool. Highly, highly recommend this. Totally worth the money. Now, at this point in my routine, I do actually bake my contour, and I'll let that sit, and I'll go on to brows. I use the Essence Brow Designer in Blonde, which is just a brow pencil that you have to sharpen with a little spoolie on the cap. But what really blew me away this month, and I'm on my second one already, I've been using this for about 2-ish months or so, is the Essence Make Me Brow. It is absolutely a dupe for the Benefit Gimme Brow. The only difference is the color. This is a little bit cooler while the Benefit one is a little bit warmer. But look at this. The packaging's the same, although they just changed their new packaging for Benefit. But look at this little like brow spoolie. It's almost identical to the Benefit Gimme Brow. And this is $3. $3 versus like $22 or whatever the price is for that. This is by far the better product in my opinion, because A, if you're on a budget, you can afford this. This is in the shade Blondie Brows because I have very blonde eyebrows. And they have this one, it's Blondie Brows and Brownie Brows. But this stuff, I can't rave enough about it. It thickens your eyebrows. It makes them look fuller than they actually are, but not too much. It also tints, it's a tinted brow gel. Although it says on here, eyebrow gel mascara. It says 3-in-1 color, fill and shape, colored eyebrow gel with fibers, naturally fuller looking brows. This stuff is great. It's just great. All I'm going to say, it's great. Go get it. It's awesome. Ulta. Go. Now once I have my brows done, I go in with blush, and the blush I've been loving the most this month is the Wet n Wild Color Icon. It's their new formula in the shade Rose Champagne. You can tell this is much loved. I've hit pan already. This stuff is great. It's a very like natural shade, so it's not like bam in your face, I have blush on. No, it's very natural. It gives you a nice wash of color. It's not too harsh, and it looks good with pretty much everything. This is a color you could probably wear all year round, and it would look beautiful with every single look. Like, absolutely stunning with every single look. It's great stuff. Highly recommend it. And it's cheap, too. I think it was like $3 maybe. Like, I'm a huge fan of Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild is one of the best brands, I feel, at the drugstore. They're constantly developing their products, improving their products, and coming out with newer ones. And I really, really enjoy them, and I really think they're worth it. And of course there's some duds in the bunch with every single brand out there, but this is definitely not a dud. This is beautiful, and I highly, highly recommend it. Next will be highlight. I do that after I do my blush, and I have two that I've been loving. I am all about the sparkly, shimmery, like in your face, I've got highlight on and I'm going to blind you with it kind of highlight. So the first one is the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighting Powder in Radiant Lights. Now this stuff is beautiful. Like, I'm not sure if you can see the iridescent from inside the container, but when you swatch it, it's like this really, really pretty, like, how do I even describe that? It has a peachy undertone. It's like a peachy champagne undertone with really beautiful silverish white mixed in there too. This stuff is amazing. It's super, super like bam in your face, especially when you pack it on. But you also don't even need to do that. If you do just a light little bit with like a fan brush, like I have this Real Techniques fan brush that I use on occasion. A little bit of that, lightly dust it on your cheeks, on your cheekbones, and it's natural looking. It's not too in your face either. Or if you just wet your fan brush a little bit with some setting spray, like I just have this cheap e.l.f. one that I use for that particular thing. I use the NYX one normally for the rest of my face. But do that and it's just like bam, in your face, intense, beautiful. And baked shadows and baked products tend to be that way when they're wet. They're even more intense. And I love it. Now, the next one is another baked product, and this is actually supposed to be a baked eyeshadow. It's the JCat Triple Crown Baked Eyeshadow in the shade Dulce de Leche. Now, it's got a mix of all the colors, and I usually stick to these two, but occasionally I'll blend in a little bit of that. But look at this. And this is dry. Like, that is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And it's just like, spray your brush with a little bit of water, like, or setting spray, whichever you have. Rub it in here, and it's just like, bam, intense. I'm actually wearing this today. I'm not sure if it's going to catch up on the shimmeriness of what's actually going on my face. But this stuff is so amazing and so perfect that it's so worth it. And this, I think, was only $3 also. Like I said, I'm huge in drugstore products. I love finding the hidden gems that are in the drugstore that you can wear, that you can just pop on your face and be like, bam, are you wearing something high-end? No, I'm wearing something drugstore. And I love that. So next is eyeshadow, and I have two palettes I've been loving as well as a quad. And the first one, I'm just going to go right off the bat. Makeup Revolution Fortune Favors the Brave. This is amazing. $15, 30 beautiful shadows, beautiful range of shadows. I'm sorry it's so dirty. I use this almost every day. But this is just stunning. Stunning. And it's not baked, but it's got some really, really, really pretty shades in here. Let me swatch a couple here for you. I'm going to go in with this one also. See, there's those three, and there's this one. Here, let me just swatch them on my hand. Like, look at that. Look at those. The shimmery ones are the standouts in this palette, 100%. Absolutely stunning, and I absolutely love it. Now the mattes don't swatch well at all. They really don't. The mattes are terrible at swatching. But when you get them on the eyes, the pigment's there, they blend, they look beautiful. Highly recommend this. For $15, you can order this off of Ulta. It's just an absolutely beautiful palette, and it's just, I highly recommend it. Just again, let's just look at these shades real quick. One more time. Just how beautiful they are and how stunning they look, and just, it's so beautiful, and you can do so many versatile looks with this, and for $15, can't beat it. The next palette is also a Makeup Revolution. I've been using a lot of Makeup Revolution products this month just because they've been wowing me lately. The baked highlighter is beautiful. I have a baked bronzer, and I have 3 eyeshadow palettes for them currently. That's all I have at the moment, and I do have 1 lipstick, but I haven't worn it yet because I haven't found the occasion to wear it. But this is the Makeup Revolution Redemption eyeshadow palette in Iconic 3, and this is their dupe for the Naked 3 palette. And I'd agree, it is pretty much a dupe. There are some differences in the shades, and the formula is definitely different, but the pigmentation's there, the blendability's there, and the side-by-side comparison is definitely there for the actual shades themselves. So this is $7 from Ulta. You can pick it up at Ulta in the stores if your Ulta carries Makeup Revolution, which I believe all of them should now at this point since they've launched the products in the stores. But there are, I believe, 10 shadows in here, or 12. No, there's 12 shadows in here. Same as Urban Decay, you know, and it's a great, great palette for $7. Can't beat it, and I love it. This is actually what I used on my eye look today. I used an e.l.f. Eyeshadow, which I will most definitely talk about. And then I used this shade, a little bit of this shade, and these 2 shades right here to just blend everything out and make it look really pretty. And I love this. I love rose gold tones, so this is a perfect palette for me, and I don't have to spend the money on the Urban Decay one either, which is even better. Now, the next quad that I have been loving is also a warm tone quad. I am big on warm toned eyeshadows. I don't lean toward cool toned all that often. I'm much more warm just because that's who I am. I like the way they look on my eyes and how they make my blue eyes pop. This is the NYX Full Throttle Eyeshadow Quad in the shade Daring Damsel. Now this is full pigment. Like, let me just swatch them. And they feel so smooth and like so buttery. Like, look at that. The pigment is just stunning. This, I believe, was $6 or $7. And it might have been a little more, might have been $8, but it was definitely under $10 when I bought it. And it's beautiful. I love it. The pigment's there, the blendability's there. I can just do a basic look with this where I just pop a little bit of this cream color on my lid, blend a little bit of this in the crease, mascara, and I'm good to go. Out the door, 5-minute look, I'm done. Which is what I love about this. And look at the cute packaging. Look how spiked it is and how adorable it is. And it's a great little quad, and it's beautiful, and I recommend these for sure. Now, 2 eyeshadow, I guess you could call them eyeshadow pots, are these e.l.f. long-lasting lustrous eyeshadows. I have one in Soiree, which is this pretty like cranberry one, which is what you see on my lid, all over my lid. And then this gold one in Toast. These are so pigmented. They're like a gel, I guess you could say. Like, that's what they look like. And you just rub your finger in it, and that's how they come off. They're similar to the ColourPop ones, I guess you could say, in the sense where they feel like gel. It's like that gel hybrid, but there's fallout like powder, but they blend really well. And like, that's Toast. Then let me get in here and swatch Soiree for you. This one is probably my favorite just because I am in love with this shade. And I use Toast when I'm doing like a gold eye. It's beautiful. I love these. These I believe are $3 from e.l.f. And they're just absolutely beautiful. And it's most definitely worth it. They blend beautifully. They look beautiful in the eyes. And it's just like 100% good. Alrighty, last couple things I have here are mascaras. This one I actually just recently discovered probably about 2 weeks ago, and it is the CoverGirl Flamed Out Mascara. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that they don't like this, that they like it doesn't do anything for their lashes, or it doesn't do anything for them, or whatever, but like I actually really, really like it. This is the wand. It's very similar to the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced, which is probably why I like it so much. And it builds like that one, but it doesn't get clumpy like that one. Although I really, really love it. This one isn't as volumizing, I guess you could say. But it's still just it's a really good mascara. And I really like it. And again, it's drugstore, which you can't beat. It's like $6.50, I think, for one of these. I would definitely recommend trying this out. I think it's really, really pretty and really worth the money. The last one that I absolutely 1000% love more than anything is the Essence Lash Princess and False Lash Effect. That's a mouthful. Oh boy. First of all, look at the packaging and look how cute this is. It's got like a corset on it and a cute little crown, and I love it. But what really does it is this formula and this brush. It's cone shaped, but it's not like super like Christmas tree shaped is the best way to describe it. It's not like in your face, oh hey, I'm a cone. It's less defined, but oh my god. This stuff